Sir Keir Starmer pledged to remove Boris Johnson from office in a recent podcast, insisting the Prime Minister is not entitled to the role. Support for the Labour Party leader has waned in recent weeks, according to the latest polling. YouGov polling released last week found that Sir Keir has an approval rating of 32%, down 2 percentage points on the previous month. Boris Johnson, meanwhile, has seen his popularity surge to its highest level in 5 months. The Prime Minister endured a torrid start to 2022 amid the Partygate scandal which saw his approval rating sink to its lowest ever level. Mr. Johnson's approval rating, YouGov said, sits at 30%, and the number of people who disapproved of him had dropped 7 percentage points to 63%. Sir Keir has frequently blasted the Prime Minister's behaviour in recent months, regularly calling for his resignation. In an appearance on the Full Disclosure with James O'Brien podcast last month, he pledged to remove the Prime Minister from office and accused him of treating the role as if he is entitled to it. He said, "This experiment with a showman as Prime Minister isn't going well. It's not showbiz, it's about the serious business of changing the country." He added, "Here's another of the differences between me and Johnson. I genuinely think leading the Labour Party is a huge privilege. Being the leader of the opposition is a huge privilege. Being the Prime Minister is a huge privilege. You're there to serve, quite humbly, as Prime Minister. It's not a birthright, it's not a given. It's not something to be treated casually, it's an incredible privilege. That also rankles me with the Prime Minister. He's not treating the office with the respect it deserves. He's treating it as if he's somehow entitled to it, and he's not, and we're going to remove him." The live audience at London's Leicester Square Theatre burst into a warm round of applause for the Labour leader after his pledge to remove the Prime Minister. Sir Keir offered a rare insight into his personal life and childhood in the Candid podcast, discussing his meteoric rise from a small town in the Surrey countryside. He also addressed Mr. Johnson's Jimmy Savile remarks, when he accused the Labour leader of failing to prosecute the predatory sex offender while he was Director of Public Prosecutions in 2009. Sir Keir said the comments were a new low for Mr. Johnson, a man for whom he has almost no regard.